Hey there, guys. Been a little while since I made a video. I've been busy though. I've been busy doing stuff. Um, I've been working on the old shop, trying to get it to where it's a little cooler and more climate controlled. And it's been hot. You, I, I don't need to tell most of you guys that. But anyway, I've been insulating it and put in some air condition, and you'll see that in just a minute. But I went out and got a new project. Like I needed a new project, but I've been looking around for one of these for a little while now, and let me show you just what I'm talking about. A fella finally went out and got him a C10 old square body. And it's pretty nice, guys. I got a pretty good deal on it, and I'll show you the other side. We'll do a little walk around here of it, and it's not bad. It's not bad. I went ahead and I put some cleaner on it right here on that one corner. You see it's a little bit different color. I wanted to see what the final outcome would be once I got all this oxidization off. But it looks pretty good. It's straight. It's got some rust on the tailgate there. But the bumpers look pretty good. One little small dent in it there in this one. I'm pretty pleased with it. I'll show you the inside. The dash is a little bit cracked up, and I'd say for the year, it's a 1981. For the year, it's not that bad. The floor is a little bit rotted over here, but that's not even that bad. It's a little worse on the other side, but it's nothing that can't be fixed. Door's shut real good. It's got some rust down here, bottom of the fender, but I believe I have another fender in here. Oh, it's for the other side. But anyway, what I'm going to be doing to it, I went and bought this endoscope, I think is what they call them. And I'm going to be scoping. Let me get this hood open here. But I'm going to be scoping out where the carburetor was. By was, I mean it's not in there right now. I have the carburetor, but it's not on. Whew, boy, that hood's hot. So if you look up in here, you can see there's just a hole down there, and I want to make sure there's nothing down there before I proceed. I do need to get this thing in the aforementioned air-conditioned shop, but that'll probably be in the morning, maybe, when I'll get a chance to do that. But I'm going to get that endoscopy thing, and I'm going to look down in there and see if any animals or any debris has got down in there first. And I want to look on up in that tube there, see if there's anything in there. But this is my first real time really looking at it. And I'm really happy with it. We got some busted out fins right here. Same on both sides, it looks like. Second one over. Looks like somebody did it on purpose. Somebody probably did it on purpose to mount something, mount lights or something. I don't know. Anyway, guys, that's what I got for you for right now. I even kind of like the wheels on them. I think I'll just shine them things up. American racing wheels. Shine them up and run them. They look pretty nice. And it's a complete set of 4 too. Alright guys, well that's what I got for you for right now. Well guys, I got it in. She's inside, and I'll give you a little look around here what I've kind of done with the place. This here behind me was the old garage, and still got my lift in it and all that, and still got my banner up for my party, my birthday party I had here. And we converted this whole place into like a party hall type of deal, and it was great. But now all my stuff is pushed to the other side, so I got to redo it. But that can't stop me from getting my projects done, you know. So looky here. I got the thing in here. I got a little more room in this side of the garage. That's just a curtain up over there. The garage goes on another 10 feet further. But I like the curtain being there for right now. It helps with the air condition. Helps the air condition get cool quicker. But here's what I got to run that endoscopy on. And see if there's anything down there. And then after I do that, I'm going to give it a big gulp of Marvel Mystery Oil. And then I'm going to get around here to this side, and I'm going to pull every one of them spark plugs out. And we're going to give it a gulp too, because by all the looks of things, unless this guy drove it after the tag it expired in 2019. So that's at least 4 years of not driving. 9/19. Okay. So, yeah, that's 4 years of not driving it. So who knows? It was sitting over in the St. Pete Clearwater area, so that has a lot of there's a lot of salt in the air over there. I've got to get a new gasket for this master cylinder. Just remember that somebody put that one on there, and that is definitely the wrong one. Look how much bigger it is. They had it stuffed in there, and they really worked it. They tried to make it work. I don't know if this air condition has any charge or anything on it, but it has been switched over. So can't reach any Schrader valve in there, but that would be that'd be a definite plus if and when I get that working. So let me get started here. Well guys, I've looked down the yap there, and down the intake, that is, and it looks clean, very clean down in there, unbelievably clean. And also in this tube here, there's a plate in there to really keep anything big from going in, but it looks really clean in there. I did not open the looks pretty clean down in the rocker assembly too. Wow, that's pretty good. I'm still going to pour the Marvel Mystery Oil down there, and I got to get the spark plugs out. So I'm gonna do that next. Well, I got a semi-used one right here, so we're just gonna pour a little bit down in there. Give it a little drink. Get a little messy with it, get it all over. We're gonna turn this thing over before we try to start on it anyway. What's that battery? 2022. Okay. Well, let me get the spark plugs out and we'll start juicing that up. Well, I got my first plug out, and this holds very true to what the guy was telling me. Thing was running very rich. Very rich. So let me get the rest of these out and let's see what kind of story they tell. Figured I would show you guys. I got the old boroscope down in the cylinder right now, and it is looking real good in there. I mean, everyone I've looked at has looked the same. There is no rust, and it looks very clean. It's something for as sooted up as them plugs were. It's really clean in every one of them. So I'm still going to spray them down. I can't find my funnel to put the Marvel Mystery Oil in, but I'm going to spray them down with some Blaster anyway, and get some lubricant in there before I go ahead and turn this girl over. But I'm pretty happy about that. Well, I found my little oil pump, and I was able to put some of the old Marvel Mystery Oil in there, and I got a pretty good douse in them cylinders. I don't know if you can see it too well. I had to use a flashlight. Yeah, look at that mosquito over there. I think I got him. Anyway, yeah, this thing worked pretty good. I like these old-fashioned style oilers. Come in real handy. So we're gonna let this thing set. Let it set overnight, and then I'm gonna throw a battery on here, take the battery out of the old tractor, throw it on here. I'm gonna have to do a few things I've noticed with the ground. Ground ain't right, but I can fix that tomorrow. We'll let this thing set, and we'll hit it back in the morning. Well, guys, we're back to working on the square body again. And fighting mosquitoes. Something I found out, this glass cleaner here, I don't know if it works with all glass cleaner, but I'm thinking the ammonia that's in it knocks down them mosquitoes right now. So you see one buzzing around, just spray it with some glass cleaner, and when it falls on the floor, you can just step on it if you want to. Or you can move him to an outside location and let him go. Whatever y'all want to do. But anyway, I let this thing sit overnight, and I'm going to try cranking it over now. The thing I got to do right here, I guess I need to get y'all in here where you can see it, but this negative lead right here that is closest to the battery, it wraps around, comes back up here and connects to the body. Now, originally, there's no way it could have been connected to the body here. This ground should be connected to the engine, because the engine takes the most power to crank over, and it needs a good ground. You know, the engine is mounted on rubber motor mounts, so it's hard for it to get a good ground. I don't know where this actually goes, but I know on the 350 V8s, it's normally mounted right over here where the alternator's at. So I believe I'm just gonna mount it right up here to one of these bolts that holds this air compressor on, and that should be a good meaty surface, you know, to get a good ground to the engine, unless I find any place better on the while I'm looking around here. But I'm thinking this bolt right here will be pretty good. Now there's also, I said I was going to get you in here. See in here? Right here is another ground that fishes its way around and looks like it hooks back there somewhere. But this one, it doesn't have an end on it like this one does already. So we're just going to go ahead and use this. But if you look around over here, you can see where it's connected right up to the firewall, and there's already a small ground wire right here. This should hook to the battery. This should hook to the negative side of the battery. So I'm going to try to put an end on this, and we'll go ahead and hook it to this underneath this bolt, and we'll have a ground for the chassis. This will work all the electronics inside, you know. Not that there's a lot of electronics, but there is a radio and a dome light and, you know, stuff like that. So let me get started on that. I'll get some tools together and we'll get it going. That's creative. That looks like something I'd have done. Let's see if we get any sparkage. Just a little bit. That could be the dome light or the radio. I'm not really going to tighten this down because, you know, who knows? Who knows? I don't know. I don't know how this is going to be. Well, you know, you guys are in the line of fire over there, but we're going to turn this over. A little Marvel mystery oil never hurt nobody. Forgot to take my rag out. Let's try it again. Well, guys, it sounds pretty good. I don't hear no rods a clanking, or I don't hear nothing. set the starter. We might have a good one here. Did you guys catch all that? There's a lot of oil over here. That's not oil. That's gasolina. Well, I got gas that's squirting out from the fuel tank, so that's good. Well, okay. We got gas. Got a hot battery. I need to put the plugs back in this thing. Need to put the carburetor on, and then we'll check and see if it's getting any fire, which it should. Well, I'm here in my back room, and I am waiting for my parts washer to go ahead and get up to temperature. It's at 46 degrees Celsius right now, so I'm waiting for it to get up to 50, and then I'm going to turn it on. I have my spark plugs kind of positioned in there where they're it's only the bottoms that are in, and we're going to go ahead and see how this ultrasonic cleaner does with them. We're going to clean them up. I've got some purple power and some other stuff in there, some other cleaner I put in there, and we'll see how it works. We'll let this thing run, and I'll pull them out, wire brush them a little bit, and see how it does. This thing is pretty loud, so we'll just let it run and walk away. Well, guys, these are done cooking in the old crock pot. Make sure and turn the thing off. See how dark that solution got in there. So let's see what they look like. I don't know how hot they're gonna be, but wow. Wow, that looks pretty good. Looks better on one side than it does the other. We're gonna try it again, guys. Run it another cycle. What's the worst that could happen? Well, while that's cooking in there, cooking on them spark plugs, I'm gonna try something here. I set this carburetor back on here. This is the carburetor that come with the truck. I've kind of cleaned it up a little bit on the outside, just a tiny bit, but I'm gonna put these nuts back on here and bolt it down, at least on this side. This will be my torque side, because I'm trying to get this filter off. Those of you that don't know, this is a filter housing. There should be a little filter in there, and I want to see if that filter is even in there or not. I want to make sure it's in there, because I don't have any other filter on this thing. This hard line, it goes all the way around, and there's no filter. So I'm gonna look around, see if I can find another inline filter and put on there. But in the meantime, I really want to get that factory filter off, see what it looks like, see what's inside. Well, while I was tightening down them two bolts, them two nuts, I was really hoping they would just tighten down, you know, I could tighten them down finger tight, but they're wanting to be stubborn. Anyway, I was looking down below the chassis down there. I don't know if you can see, but I saw a lot of rusty looking, I don't know what it is down there. But that's right where the gas was shooting out. So what I did was I connected me a line to a little catch jug here, which I'm hoping will catch some gas and not just blow off. But I'm going to turn it over, and I want you guys to look at that and tell me what comes out, because if that's the rusty looking gas down there that's coming out of there, I don't want that anywhere near my carburetor. Okay, now you watch that. I'm gonna turn it over. Tell me what happens. Yeah, the gas don't actually look too bad. Well, guys, it's getting kind of late, and I was going to wait until tomorrow, but I just got a package in from Amazon, and look at that right there. I'm going to slap these on real quick, make the old girl look a little bit better. Both these lights are all busted out, look terrible, so I'm gonna go ahead and switch them out. Well, I figured I would go ahead and try to video this. I already did the other side, but these screws, these are the little C10 screws. So these are all original. All these screws are. Here, I don't want to bend over and pick these up. We'll take these on out. I know that some of these bulbs, if it's like the other side, some of these bulbs are going to need replacing, but I'm not going to worry about that for now. This whole lens is just falling apart. Yeah, you can see these bulbs in here. See this one right here, it's all white inside. This one here is burnt out. I need to change all them, and I'm probably going to change these over to LED anyway later, but for right now I want to get it looking better, and then we'll worry about this later. Oh yeah, these things are nice. I got these. They said on Amazon these were for a Blazer, same model year, but then they tried to say on there that, oh, we don't know if this will fit your truck, but I knew it would fit the truck. I wasn't really worried about that. Yeah, look at there. Let's put these screws in there. Don't want to tighten. Oh, don't want to tighten them down too tight. Just snug them up. There we go. Yeah, now look at that. Whole lot better. Well, look at that, fellas. You tell me that don't change the look of a truck right there. That looks a whole lot better. All right. Well, let's see here. Ooh, boy, that's hot. Let me find something to grab these with. All right, well, I went ahead and pulled out the basket, and if you look at them, man, and these, they're hot. Look how clean them plugs are, like brand new spark plugs. Well, I'm gonna get a rag and I'm gonna go rinse these off, and then we'll throw them back in. Well, guys, I got all the plugs in. I got all the plug wires put on. Getting closer to hearing this thing fire up. I'm gonna get my gloves on here. Next thing I'm gonna do, because I've already filled up. I put 5 gallons of gas in the gas tank. Most of it got in there anyway. I had a little leak in the filler tube, got all over the ground, but it's good for now. Gas is in there. I'm going to put this fuel filter in here because I don't want any contaminants, you know, because it's an empty tank. Everything that's in the bottom is going to get sucked up. So what I did is I bought me a little tubing cutter that I have already 2 or 3 of, but I can't find them. So I bought another one. Alright, well that's on there. And that's all lined up. Now we can see the nice fresh fuel coming in. Next thing is the carburetor. See that, guys? You don't normally see these heat shields. I don't know if I said that before, but they normally get tossed. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's pull this thing off. Guy said this was flooding out on him. Which of these gaskets went in the bottom? I think it was this one right here. Oh yeah, I see the imprint of the manifold on there. So I know it went just like that. Alright, so that's nice and clean. We're going to put this on, this heat shield. Make sure it's not hiding anything that I'm going to need to get to. Now I bought a brand new gasket here for the carburetor. So we're going to put this nice new gasket on here. Come on, come on. There All right. Let me bring you guys over here where you can possibly get a better look at what I'm doing. All right, now I need to set this carb on here. Well, guys, I think I'm going to turn it over a little bit and see if that fuel filter will fill up. And then I'm just going to pump on the old accelerator pump and see if it'll start on its own. I'm not even going to give it any juice. Well, I never did hook up the accelerator. How would I forget that? Well, let's see if it'll pop off with that. I just pumped it anyway. Well, it's turning over faster, guys. Sounds to me like she's getting gas and it's flooded. Imagine that. So what we're going to do is check for spark. I never did check for spark. I thought, it's just going to run. That's what I thought. Well, guys, I can't find my my spark tester that I normally use, so I'm going to try this one right here that I do have, that I did find. Get this to a good grounding place. Let's see, but I'm gonna have to get it somewhere where I can see it. You guys may not be able to see it. But as long as I can, I'll let you know. You be the first to know. Well, you be almost the first to know. I'll be the first. Okay, come on. There we go. Maybe that'll work. Well, I could have hooked this right to the ground, but let's see. See if that'll work. Let me turn that over, see if I see a spark. Oh yeah, oh yeah, I see a spark. So she's getting spark. Faux show. What in the heck is that? I pulled the whole thing out of there. What? You're not supposed to come out. All right, let me put this on. Well, guys, I don't see any fuel. Even though it's turning over fast like it does have fuel, I don't see any fuel. Well, guys, I got the door open. I'm gonna go ahead and pour some gas down the yap of it here, and let's see if we can get it to fire off just a little bit. Wow, it does fire off. Let's try it again. Not sure what that noise was there, though. Is that fan hitting on something? Sure revs up the high heaven. Let's try it again. Well, that sounds good, guys, but I don't know why is the throttle stuck? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's what the problem is. You know why? That idiot didn't hook the return spring up. Let's try it again. Maybe we'll pull these leaves out of the carburetor. Let's try it again. It seemed like it was running on its own. All right. Boy, guys, that sounds pretty good. You know, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure this is the vent. So I'm gonna try filling that vent up. See if we can get it to run a little bit longer. Well guys, we know now it'll run, and it has some carburetor problems. So this carburetor is going to have to end up coming off, getting rebuilt, getting replaced, or something. And then we'll have a good runner. Well guys, we got a little bit of milkshake in the radiator here. You know, can't really say what that is. That could be some oil. It could be some kind of contaminants in there that somebody is putting there for a stop leak or something like that. Or maybe this isn't the original engine. Maybe they had a head gasket leak in an old engine. Maybe this is a different radiator. Could be. There's a lot of maybes, guys. But this one seems to be running good. So what I'm planning to do is I'm going to start it back up, because as you see, it finally took off on its own. I don't know if the carburetor got unstuck, if the fuel pump started working better. I don't know what the situation is, but it started running on its own. So if it's running on its own, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add a little bit of water to this radiator. Although it doesn't look low. It doesn't look like it needs water, but maybe I won't. I just want to run it a little bit. I want to see if it'll go in drive. I know the brakes work, but you know, when the guy gets something, he likes to drive it. So let's see if it'll do that, any driving kind of thing. I mean, I would like to put the air cleaner back on it. This thing ain't going back on. Air cleaner don't look too shabby. Don't look too bad. And I guess the orientation of it would be about like this right here. I think it'd be like this, because that would go over there, but okay, this thing is gonna go right there, which I don't care if it's hooked up or not, to tell you the truth. See if it'll crank back up. Well, guys, we rescued a really nice square body 1981 model from St. Pete, sitting in a storage lot, and now this thing is gonna be back on the road again soon. We're gonna get some insurance on it and get the paperwork all done, and I'll be driving this thing. This is a really nice truck, and it has really good potential, and it's running really good now. Starts up, boom, right when you hit the key. So I want to thank you guys for watching my channel. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please like, share, subscribe. Helps my channel a lot, and I really appreciate it. You want to see more of this square body build? I want to be putting some shine juice up there on the hood and working on that and getting the old girl, you know, looking ship shape again. So stay tuned, and I'll be seeing you soon. See ya.